4 months ago, I was struggling to pay for $2 ads to receive inbound clients. I wanted to replicate what I used to do with Trademark Engineer and sign clients consistently, guaranteeing me money every month. But then I failed miserably. I soon ran out of budget and I had no more active clients. Then I noticed that I had to do something different. So I started cold outreaching. Simply put, it's basically me reaching out to prospects and proposing to work with them, opening my doors to clients paying over $700 for ad creatives. How many $2 ads can I run with that? These are 23 notes that I wrote down along the way that might help you if you find yourself in the same position. First note, my messages were being ignored. I really thought no one cared. But then I started sending voice messages and people had to actually open the message and hear it. So that counted as more open rates and more replies. The way I showed up first mattered more than I thought. Second note, I was really scared of being taken advantage of or like working for free. But I sent one ad creative as a free sample and that led to me landing a client within a week. Free value builds trust. It's not charity, it's strategy. Third note, I ended up creating a lot of different pages, hoping to outsmart the system and send more DMs to different accounts just to break that barrier of sending like 30 DMs an hour or something like that. That's usually not to get suspended and stuff like that. In the end of the day, I ended up staying with one profile. I just made it strong and optimized to what I wanted to do. And it's outperforming all the 70 other accounts that I had to do the same thing. I doubled down on one clear and professional page that builds credibility. Fourth note, I used to frequently send messages like really early in the morning or like very late at night, like 2 a.m. and like stuff like that, and wondering why I was getting cussed out. Then I started putting each of the places I actually reach out to on my world clock on my phone. And now I just DM according to the times. I find out to be like 10 to 4 p.m. That's the best time to outreach to, where you find them very active still. And they're more likely to open the message. I choose to catch people when they're mentally active and not when they're deciding to wind down. Unless I was dropping something of value, I would ignore the time completely. A late night, like I think it was around 3 a.m. or like 2 a.m., something like that, I sent a video edit and that got me a response like the next day. So you can overlook the time if you're willing to just send them value and not having to pitch them something. Sixth note, I was writing bland cold pitches and actually sending the same thing to like around 40 people. That got me nowhere. Then when I outreached, I started pulling certain data and certain content from different social media that they have, and they actually started applauding me for the effort, and that got me more responses along the way. Just do the work and don't pinpoint only one social media. Just try to check around everything. I used content from all their platforms to improve and personalize my pitch. Seventh note, when I started cold pitching, I was the definition of cringe. I actually started saving every cold pitch I did, and a majority of them I still have them archived on my Google Drive, and every now and then I go back and just watch them just to learn from the mistakes I did and know how to move different along the way. And doing that has helped me improve in certain aspects that I didn't even thought. And the best thing is that if you want to, you can also check it for yourself. The first link in my description is for my Discord, and there you can find the link to my folder. Ugly beginnings are a part of it. I archived them all, and now they became my roadmap. Eighth note, I really struggled to create samples and create offers for my clients. But the more clients I got, the more I repeated it, and the more I actually got natural at saying what my offers were and what services I provided. Repetitions reduced my mental resistance. Note number 9. I hated sending anything that wasn't remotely perfect. I could spend like days on end, like just editing and trying to get every little single aspect like to the T looking good. But that led me on a days on end spiral just for the work not to be as good or not even what the client was expecting. Setting a time frame drastically improved that, even in my YouTube videos and even on my work on a daily day-to-day basis. If I say that I have 1 week to do it, I actually start on when I can, even if it's 2, 3 days ahead. And when that week comes to end, you have to send it, bro. Just stick to that and you will have less mental stress. Progress is better than perfection. Note number 10. I assume the best paying customers were just English speaking, or better yet, they just resided in the US. But I was wrong. When I started outreaching locally, with a fraction of the DMs that I sent, I outperformed every statistic that I was competing against to outside prospects. Test outreach locally, and if you speak a different language, try it too. The results just might shock you. Note number 11. When I had Trademark Engineer, my theme page, I was used to having inbound clients. That means clients come to me to actually inquire for my services. But then all of the sudden that stopped. That's when I had to fall back and go for cold outreach. And it isn't all bad because starting cold outreach made me a better communicator and seller overall. Cold outreach as a skill is kind of OP. Note 12. When I overscripted my outreach, I've kind of felt robotic or like ChatGPT or like DeepSeek or something like that. And people caught to that. Even though I was writing it myself, people still thought I was just splurging something from ChatGPT. When I actually started writing like how I talk and actually sending voice messages, the replies increased drastically. I try to be professional and at the same time I don't try to be stiff and robotic and stuff like that. I was copying the same bland and vague templates to around 50 to 60 people. And come to figure out that none of them actually responded. What I started doing different was I started handpicking a bunch of people that I would like to work with and tailoring the message to each of them. And my response rates drastically improved. Targeting is better than volume. Note 14. I thought I needed to grind every single day and spam 30 DMs at a time and make like 3 cold calls every night, but that's not the case. 5 DMs a day has been bringing people better results, and I speak that from perspective. I send like 4 DMs every now and then, and my students sometimes send like 5 DMs a day and end up getting like 7, 8 responses in a week's time. Consistency wins and strategy multiplies. Note 15. I get stuck sometimes trying to make something perfect, taking days, weeks, months, and that took me a lot of unnecessary time. That's when I started to make templates. And now I'm able to deliver cold pitches within like 5 to 7 hours. I build systems that speed up my work. From 7 hours, sometime around, I could lower that to like 2 hours and eventually 30 seconds or 30 minutes. 30 seconds will be cool though. When I was younger, I chased volume, thinking more clients equals more income, but soon realized that one retainer client can make you more money than 10 one and done clients. I don't need 300 clients. I just need 3 good ones. Note 17. I used to get clients my rushed work because I was usually working on other stuff and made it like sloppy and rushed that were actually drastically worse than my own YouTube videos. So once I sent the work to one of my clients, he actually said, yes, nothing, because he ghosted me. That was the actual reason. Now I actually give them the best of my capabilities, even if it's not in my niche. I try to do my best. If you actually went to my Discord and checked the Google Drive folder, you'll notice that a lot of my earlier video edits, they were blurry as hell, but I can explain why. It's because when I actually pitched the services, I was downloading the lowest resolution, like 144, like 360 pixels, just so the file size wasn't too big and I could manage it on Premiere Pro like without lag. But that didn't take me nowhere. It actually made me look more of an unprofessional guy. They never responded actually later because of that. And only now I know why. The first view of the product counts a ton. The packaging itself. So as soon as the person clicks on the video, he'll see the blurry thing and he'll think that you're whack. Note 19. I'd usually send a message, get it open, reply to him once or twice, then them asking me to do something, and I forget to follow up. That made me lose a lot of clients, and I can't even joke about that. Now I actually separate them with labels and flags and stuff like that, and it actually increased my production rate and responses a whole ton. Separate it the most possible. It will help you in the long term. Note 20. My page at the time didn't reflect my offer, and I hadn't noticed it. I then decided that on a monthly basis, I would start auditing my page out of the blue, like in different perspectives and on different platforms, like on PC and on mobile and on tablet and stuff like that. And ended up structuring my bio and stuff like that in ways that it doesn't trunk truncate. Let me just search that. Truncate the bio, and it still looks good independent of the actual device that you're seeing it on. Feel free to check my profile and comment down here, like if you think that I am doing something wrong, because I can learn even today, you know. Note 21. As I said, I really liked one and done clients. I usually just one and done them, and then I would restart the conversation as soon as they wanted something different. But then again, one and done client that I was doing work for them for some time now actually came up to me asking to do a one and done work. And I was like, bro, don't you want to do something like equivalent to what I do for you on this basis, but on a monthly basis? And I could include this, and that. And if you want this, and this, you can pay this amount. And he loved the idea right away. Monthly deals are better for both sides. Note 22. I was chasing new leads every day, and it was kind of draining and tiring. I focused on retaining 2 to 4 good paying customers or clients, and my income is guaranteed and stabilized. One loyal client is worth more than 10 one and dones. Note 23. I felt like I didn't know enough. I felt like I didn't have enough XP and that I couldn't make someone actually want to work with me. After sending 1,000 DMs, I realized that none of that actually matters if you don't start. Feel free to check my Discord and you'll find my Google Drive folder and you'll see how it all started.